Hey, welcome to the Vent Box with Keisha Jackson. Let it out, get it off your chest. Who's calling?
Cheryl, I'm calling about this whole internet blow up about relationship therapist Kevin Samuels and what he calls an average girl.
Oh, okay. Kevin Samuels is...
Yes.
You said is he a relationship expert or advice? What does he do?
Well, he's also an image consultant, according to Dr. Boyce Watkins.
He's an image consultant.
Image consultant.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then
so this woman,
I'm trying to be shady. I don't want to be shady. I kind of can't help it sometimes, but hell, there it is.
Right.
So I posted something on my Facebook page. I posted a little clip on that after I saw it on my homegirl, Heather Hayes' page.
Right.
So he was really dogging the girl out.
He was, but I think she signed up for it, right?
I don't know. I don't know the backstory at all.
All right, so I watched the whole clip. And in the clip, she says that, like, she follows him. So she already knows who he is. And so in order to be educated about what was going on, I went and looked at a different clip where he was giving somebody else advice. Okay. And so that's the way he gives advice. He goes in for the jugular.
Oh, really?
Yes. He was talking to a guy, right? So the guy, oh my God, I should tell you this. So I just looked at another clip. I didn't look at that many. So the guy is calling him for like advice, what to do. And so he says, I'm gonna go to him. So he says to the guy.
So it's all relationship advice, or is it advice?
Yeah, so the guy, relationship. I guess he was talking about dating advice. So this is dating advice as well. Okay. And he says to the guy, do you have a big dick?
Oh.
And the guy says, I don't know. I think I'm all right, or whatever. He says, well, if you don't know, then you don't.
Oh.
I was like, oh.
Well, that's kind of true. Well, that's kind of true. I mean,
it is true. Yeah. So I guess we can honestly say that maybe he does have truth value to what he says.
Maybe
something is harsh and unnecessary.
Well, I mean, for the example with the guy, like, it's not like he was looking at the guy's penis and saying. He was going by what the guy said. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, well, if you don't know, then you probably don't, which is what typically a woman would think. Like, well, if you're not sure, then chances are, you know what I mean?
Well, I think that, and so in a sense, isn't that what he was telling her? Now, if he asked her to rate herself, she says, I'm a 5 without makeup and 6 with.
Now, see, that's the part that I posted. And I was kind of like, wait a minute, you rated yourself a 5. So for me, that was it. That
low
was
self.
Oh, yeah. It was obvious why she was calling. Why she, and I think maybe it's possible that she was hoping for. Well, I can't say that because unlike you, I didn't look at any other video, so I don't even know what I'm hearing like a back thing. So am I on speakerphone?
No, you're good. Go ahead.
Okay. I don't know what his backstory is. I just saw this man just like really letting this woman have it. And she seemed to be internalizing everything that he said about her, which was awful. Because I feel like when you talk to somebody, you can gauge from their eye movements, their body movements, as to how they're receiving what you're saying. And he was just like, I just felt like he just kept nailing it to her. Like he just kept letting her have it for seemingly to me, no reason at all. Like it was undeserving the way he was letting her have it. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, I mean, he put down her business, but I mean, I think, did she go at him in a broken way? Where it opened the doorway for him to just do more damage in a sense.
I think so.
But then again, if one could say, is she looking for a wake up call on what she's supposed to do next? Because she wants to, she wants to meet guys in a 6-figure income because she's had a 6-figure income for 3 years. Well, he's like, you don't even know where these guys are at. You don't know where they're at. You don't know how to find them. And so, like, why don't you just get a regular guy and start there?
Or why not you help me figure out where to find them? How about that?
Well, see, that's what she wanted.
Oh, so
You know, she wanted. I guess she wanted keys to the kingdom. You know, tell me where to find the $100 million. You know, the $100,000 guy.
I got you. See, because I only saw a small clip, and so for me, and when I did go to YouTube, and I did see that the call was it like an hour long? Like it was longer than I wanted to watch. The original call was it like about almost an hour or?
You know what? I'm really not sure. I'm not.
Yeah, I felt like it was a really long call. Whatever it was,
probably.
I wasn't willing to invest that kind of time into it. But you know, I know that when she. Okay, so what you're saying makes a lot of sense to me, because if she was asking, she may have been calling him to say, "Hey, you're a successful guy. Can you point me in the direction of more successful men, because Correct. I'm a six-figure income woman and I'd like to find." And so he didn't seize that opportunity to try to help her. He sees that.
Well, she didn't bring any substance. I mean, to interject that quickly, but she didn't bring any substance to the plate. She didn't say, "Look, this is who I am, bye, bye, bye." She was like, "Well, you know, I'm all right, I'm average. Well, my body's not that bad." You know what I mean? Like she was.
I see. I didn't. Ooh, so she didn't have any confidence to bring to the table.
Well, unfortunately not. And you know, so maybe that's not the forum for her to figure herself out. You know what I mean? Maybe, you know, she got what she kind of signed up for. Although I think, you know, there's this other thing when guys are like that, and I feel like it's like a personal thing. Yeah. You know, that's how it's like you have a personal vendetta. You know, like, so you, like, everyone, I'm going to let every woman know, like,
women have it. Yeah.
Because all men are like me. No, all men are not like you.
All men are not like you. Well, you know, let me say this. I saw a photo of him that someone posted, like, so this is the man that's talking about her like she's crazy. And I was kind of like, oh yeah, like, I don't understand, but maybe that actually is the reason. Because for me, like, there's really no reason to, if you see like she has low self-esteem, you might want to point her in the direction of somebody that can help her out with that before you start tearing her down. But
good point.
To your point though, if she called him, she had to have, obviously, in order to call him, she found out his number. She knew what his platform was. She knew what his history was. I don't necessarily think that she was signing up to get the tongue lashing that she got, but she may have just not been ready. You know, she might have thought that she was going to be a little different. She was going to be able to say, "I make a six-figure income," and then immediately gain his respect, or I don't know, because to me, she seemed to be really caught off guard by his words.
Well, I mean, he's basically saying you're a big fish in a small pond.
Okay.
And I think, like, I mean, I don't know. I think she wants it so bad, right?
Yeah.
So she finds herself in a different tax bracket. And she wants a change of her life so badly that she's willing to hear whatever he had to offer her. Okay. You know, I mean, so in a pimp will break you down before he does.
Listen, that's it. Because he's going to build you up the way he wants you to be. He's going to rebuild you the way he wants you to be. You are absolutely correct. But the benefit that he gets is, I mean, he's pimping her for likes. You know what I mean? You pimping her for views and, you know, I don't know. I mean, obviously, for her to know how to reach him, he has to be relatively successful. And when I say successful, that doesn't necessarily mean he's giving out great advice and he's a great advisor, but it means that he's successful in terms of social media and, you know,
he has a following
in terms of his platform.
Right.
Okay. So yeah, I don't, you know, obviously it's obvious to me that she didn't see going into it that he was going to tear her ass up.
Right. Well, I mean, I don't know about that. I don't know.
You think it's possible that she
sure.
prepared?
You know, I told you I listened to the other one that he beat that other guy up. I mean, he beat anybody else up he could overstep.
Oh, see, I just don't understand. Did you hear any calls where he didn't do that? to people?
Well, I mean, Howard Stern's modality is to be a
there it is.
shock
Right.
jock.
Yes. So that's what this guy's. That's his MO.
So, I mean,
That's
his MO is not necessarily that be a shock jock, but he's going for the
juggler.
for what he think. Yeah, for the juggler.
Mm-hmm.
And and in some ways, one could say, well, if she gets the truth, then she can, right the wrongs and make the adjustments and find her way.
But is it necessarily the truth? Because when he was like your average
she's buying
at
into
best.
that whole culture.
Exactly.
I'll spend $1,000 on my shoes. I'll spend $1,000 on my hair.
See, that's where the bullshit comes in.
If I could get me a man who is.
See, my opinion was that a lot of people I saw like commented on my post, and they were saying that like she's looking for 6-figure men. I was like, but she's a 6-figure female, so why shouldn't she? I didn't know. What I didn't know was that she hasn't been looking in the right places. So she just needs to get herself in those. She needs to figure out like what she's doing wrong. But by no means should she be looking for a man. I don't think it's wrong for her to be looking for a man that at least makes the amount of money that she makes. Doesn't mean that there is not a man, the right man for her may not make that money. But I don't think it's wrong for her to be looking for someone who, for me, I'm about organic anyway. I don't really go out
I know, right?
looking for like, that's just not my style. I'm just like,
right.
That's not my MO. You know what I mean? But my MO is also not to be calling a complete stranger and asking his advice on, what can I do to be a better me when you don't even know me? You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So,
but I think you got somebody. She has a pet grooming business, which she has her own business, right?
Mm-hmm,
She's gone into for the last 3 years. Maybe she's in a 6-figure tax bracket or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
But this whole existence is new for her. So she doesn't really know. No, she doesn't know where to go.
I respect that. Yeah, that's good. That's
mm-hmm.
good. That's good. All right, that's good. I think me and you are basically on the same page, but you enlightened me because you watched more of this video than I did. I didn't. Because what I saw cut so deep. Like as another female, like I don't want to see females beaten down like that. Like I'm so tired of that shit. And so when I saw it to a point, I was like, I can't watch this shit no more. Mm-hmm. And then I saw my girlfriend Heather. She posted, "Oh, this is just what he does." And I think she made reference to the dude that same thing that you did, talking about his penis being small or whatever. So I was thinking to myself, like, okay, this is just what he does. I just didn't, I didn't really want to look into it anymore, buy into it, but it just seemed to me like that's just what he does, and I couldn't watch it any further because I could see her face. She seemed like she was shrinking, damn near broken. Yeah, like his goal was to break her for entertainment. I wasn't cool with that shit at all. So that's the problem that I had with it. Clearly, her problems run deeper than I need to find a man. Like she's got self-esteem issues. She's got,
But I say he has some issues as well. And I say his issues go to play into the whole mentality that, we had in the 80s. If he ain't real. Well, you know what? No one's hair is real anymore.
Right. Correct.
You know what I mean? Unless you pure natural. But I mean, so many women, they can be attractive already and have nice hair, and they're still going to add some more to it.
Correct.
They're going to still add more lashes to their nice lashes. They're going to still add makeup to their nice face. So, I mean, the things that he's applying to the present day culture is really kind of a mentality I feel that guys had late 80s and before that or something.
Well, yeah, but even in the 70s when it was all about, natural, listen, women had wigs. Pull out any pictures of women from the 60s, the 70s, the 80s. The wigs just changed, honey, but they was wigs. Black women had wigs forever. Since forever. They had wigs, black women, white women, like wigs. This is not a new thing. We just got a new way to install. You know what I'm saying? And they're a little more abundant. They're not just for the wealthy. and for the people that have a lot of money. But everybody had a wig back then, child. If you remember, do you remember your
my
aunties?
grandmother,
your aunties, your grandmother?
my aunties.
Yes, they all had wigs.
They wasn't going nowhere without their wigs. Matter of fact,
was not. Even if they had to shake that shit out, you know, they didn't have 5 and 10 wigs, but they had like their good wig. You know what I'm saying? And they had they work around the house wig.
Right.
So that's a bunch of bullshit. I hate that narrative too. Like, leave black women alone. Let women do what they need to do. And black women, you know, it's time for us to find ourselves. These black men need to stop dogging us out, and we need to stop internalizing it and accepting it. And as far as your boy, what's his name?
Kevin Samuels.
Kevin Samuels. Like, it seems to me like he's a perfect example of hurt people. Hurt people.
Hurt people. Yeah, because I hear someone.
I would love to know his history. I would love to know his history. Were you bullied in school and shit?
Oh, you know what? He said something about, oh my God, did he say something about it? When I listened to that other video, he said something about when he was growing up, and my mother was the first era of, so yeah, in the other video, he did give a little touch that, yeah, so his viewpoint does come from something in his history, probably.
Okay. Yeah, that's some other shit. So he need to call the show. Shit. You know what I mean? But Cheryl, I appreciate you calling me because you enlightened me on the situation a little bit more. Because I've been seeing all the stuff pop up because, like you said, it's everywhere now. But yeah, I appreciate you calling me because you kind of gave me a little more information than I know about it. But my conclusion is still the same.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? His stuff is coming from a hurt place. So, and he just felt like he needed to be an asshole to somebody else to make himself feel. That's it. Well, all right, honey. Well, thanks.
All right.
I appreciate you, girl.
Same here.
Call back when we got something else to talk about.
I will most definitely.
Okay, girl.
All right.
Okay, bye.